All right, Nick, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. We already know the Dolphins were a fantastic team last year, but I think Dolphins coaches think they have one player in particular who is a steal that can help them be even better this year. I'm Andrew, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, Nick, as I alluded to, the Dolphins coaches and the staff believe they have an absolute steal and fourth round running back Jaylen Wright. He's been doing a lot of really great things in training camp so far. Let's get on into the article. We talk more about it on the other side. This is from over on Palm Beach Post. It says there are times Miami Dolphins rookie running back Jaylen Wright makes a jump cut or bursts through the middle of the line, and you wonder, how is he available in the fourth round? We're really happy to get Jaylen, Dolphins running back coach Eric Studesville said Thursday before a training camp practice. Wright is really fast, but he's also part of a deep stable of running back that includes veteran Raheem Mostert and rising star Devon Achane. He wants to be really good, Studesville said of Wright. He's highly motivated to be really good. He's working and positioning himself to do all those things. Miami coach Mike McDaniel showed that he's willing to incorporate a rookie into the running back mix last season. Achane showed he was ready and was rewarded with extensive playing time. Nick, I think this is great for the Dolphins. I think if Jaylen Wright is showing that he's ready, it's showing past precedent, McDaniel will use him as he needs to. Curious what your thoughts are on this one. But before we get to you, Dolphins fans, in the comment section below, preseason football is finally here. We are seeing the guys hit the field. Your turn will be very soon. So we're curious, in your first preseason game or throughout the course of preseason, who are you the most excited to see hit the field? Is it a new rookie like Jaylen Wright? Is it a new free agent? Is it a veteran you think is fighting for that roster spot? Let us know in the comment section below which Dolphins player you are the most excited to see put on a performance in preseason. And while you're down there, check out the description below the video. We have a great book that we have recommended for you to tide you over. NFL season almost here. It's none other than Playmakers by Mike Florio. We love this book. We bought the book. We've read the book. So we are now recommending it for you. In the description below the video, we have our Amazon affiliate link. It really costs you nothing and it helps us out. So if you're interested, want to give the book a try, check out the description below the video. But Nick, what are your thoughts on Wright?
I think the fact that he's off to such a great start is really important because if you look at the structure of this Dolphins team, when you factor in, of course, the mega Tua deal, they're going to have to transition a little bit to the structure in terms of being more veteran focused, right? Obviously, you had guys like Mostert, Christian Wilkins, who they had to let go this offseason, of course, is that it's going to shift from that to more younger guys, right? Because so many dollars are going to be allocated against Tua. That's just the way it works in the NFL. You have a young quarterback, you can spend more on veterans, you have to pay them, you have to transition more to younger guys. And that transition is really hard for a lot of teams, right? And what ends up happening in a lot of cases is they put a lot of money to the quarterback, the draft picks don't work out, and the team struggles. The Dolphins clearly do not have this problem. Wright is a phenomenal rookie. I think a lot of people were shocked that he fell in the fifth round. We called it a steal at the time. A lot of other people did as well. Pretty much it's almost by just universal acclamation that the Miami Dolphins picked up a phenomenal player, all the draft experts said after the fact. And now that we're seeing it in person through training camp with the Dolphins coaching staff saying that is an awesome indicator for the future of the Miami Dolphins because you look at a guy like Raheem Mostert. So over the next 2 seasons, 32-year-old Raheem Mostert, right, north of 30, that tough number for running backs, he's going to count against the cap, $3.4 million this year, $4 million next year. Now, look, is that a lot in terms of real cap dollars? Of course not. But it all adds up, especially when you're throwing a lot of money at Tua. Let's look at Jaylen Wright. This year, Jaylen Wright, $800,000. Next year, $1 million. The year after that, a little over $1 million. So you're able to move off of Mostert potentially next season and immediately save $3 million and get younger and faster and more explosive. Opens up $3 million for maybe an extra pass rusher, a situational pass rusher, or a backup guard, or a great kicker, or whatever, whatever you need to push you over the line next season. You've got to kind of solve those problems ahead of time. That's exactly what the Dolphins did by getting a steal in Jaylen Wright in the draft. But again, it all comes down to, can these guys actually produce when they get on the football field surrounded by NFL competition? And anyone who watches Jaylen Wright for 2 seconds with the Miami Dolphins as they're working through training camp, they see him. Everyone knows that he is the real deal at running back. The Dolphins have yet another weapon, and he'll be a huge discount for them for a number of years.
Yeah, Nick, I think, like you said, this is great for the Dolphins. And I think when you're a Dolphins fan, if you think about it like this is your Jeff Wilson replacement. Maybe not stylistically, but you needed that third running back. You needed a guy who can contribute. And you don't want to have too many running backs that have injury concerns. Wilson are obviously has major injury concerns. He didn't get started playing until week 7 of last year. So I think adding a guy similar in size, Wilson 6', 213, Jaylen Wright 5'11, 210, pretty similar height, pretty similar build, right? A skosh faster. He's already making plays in camp. I think you feel good about this. You can move on from a guy like Jeff Wilson. You can go with your stable of guys with Raheem Mostert, with Devon Achane, and really get this running back group rolling. I think there's a lot of good things that Mike McDaniel can do. I think the things for like a guy like Devon Achane, it's good to have a similarly fast guy like Jaylen Wright because Achane had some injury concerns as well. You don't want to overuse him. So to be able to spell everybody, I really think having a third quality young running back, not a lot of miles on him, is going to be really important for this Dolphins team. A Dolphins team that needs to be healthy for the playoffs. So the more that you can rotate these running backs in, the better in the long run it is going to be for this Miami Dolphins team.